I don't know if it's Survivor or a cooking
That's
show.
haunted by ghosts.
A hunter takes a chef into the South American rainforest. They hunt and cook food at the same time. All ingredients must be caught by hand. Away from technology and hard work. They play in a primitive way. Let's see what delicious food they can catch in the end. Josie is a survival expert from Texas. He is skilled in hunting with a bow and arrow. He is also known for his precise movements. He is known as the top jungler in the country. His good buddy Matt is a French chef. He works at a 3-star Michelin restaurant. He is an absolute authority in cooking. Their goal is to find wild food together. They have traveled to over 30 countries for this. They fear nothing, even in the face of danger. They catch and eat whatever they can find. This time, they have arrived at an uninhabited canyon in southern Colombia. The place is lacking resources and has a hot climate. The two of them only brought some basic survival gear. Whether they can fill their stomachs depends on fate. As soon as they arrive, Josie prepares for hunting. He says he saw a wild chicken in the forest just now. Matt warns you not to brag. First, let's find a water source. This time, they didn't even bring a compass. Relying solely on Josie's intuition to wander in the forest. Josie has rich survival experience. He determines the direction of the water source based on the arrangement of trees. Matt listens beside, looking puzzled. They can only follow him half believingly. The current temperature is around 30 degrees. Feeling hotter as they walk, the two brothers simply take off their jackets. Time quickly moves into the afternoon. They feel a bit dizzy from not finding water. They are about 3 kilometers away from the foot of the mountain. It looks close, but it will actually take a long time to walk. The whole way is steep slopes. They probably won't make it to the river today. They can only temporarily change their plan. First, see if they can find Xiaoxi nearby. They can manage with some water for the night. Matt accidentally found a small water hole. Unfortunately, it's full of mosquito larvae inside. It doesn't look very clean. Josie suggests drinking it if necessary. After boiling it, it becomes a pot of meat porridge. It will be dark in a few hours. They must quickly build a temporary shelter. The temperature drops significantly at night. The two found a sheltered hillside. It should be fine to spend the night here. Next, they need to figure out how to fill their stomachs. They need to go out and find some ingredients. Josie accidentally discovered the footprints of a gazelle. There are signs of squirrel activity on the nearby trees. He immediately switched to hunting mode. Matt, the cook, couldn't help anyway. They simply went to gather some wild vegetables. A combination of meat and vegetables will be delicious. Agave seeds are edible. However, the root part contains toxins. It must be properly cooked before eating. After boiling it, they tasted it. The taste was so bitter it made them want to vomit. It seems the seeds were not fully ripe. Josie almost got food poisoning. What happened to the Michelin-starred chef? They almost caused a village-wide feast. They finally made it through the night. Josie was still feeling terrible. Not sure if it was from the cold at night, or if it was from Matt's spicy agave stir-fry. In any case, they were all sore. Perhaps feeling a bit guilty. Matt cooked a pot of soup with pine needles for him. After drinking, Josie felt much better. However, the two of them didn't eat anything all day. Josie decided to continue hunting outdoors. The chef Matt found some acorns again. These can be eaten whether raw or cooked. The vegetarian dishes today are definitely stable. In the afternoon, both of them returned to the shelter. Josh guiltily expressed that he didn't catch anything today. These two brothers boasted loudly before they came. Didn't expect to be so down and out after coming. They are truly a pair of hidden talents. After discussing, they decided to rest for another day. Tomorrow, they will try their luck at the foot of the mountain. Even though they can't catch any prey for now, they can first eat some acorns to fill their stomachs. First, replenish some vitamins. They worked busily for about 2 hours. The two of them gathered a whole pot of acorns. Fry the acorns in the pot until they turn into a paste. After it's cooked, pour in some sugar and vinegar. Stir well and it's ready to serve. A plate of sweet and sour acorns. Josh said that the taste is indeed good. You can also taste the natural fruity aroma of the acorns. The texture is very rich. Matt still has some skills. The two brothers ate and drank their fill before lying down on the bed, thinking in their hearts that they must set off tomorrow. It's not good to keep procrastinating like this. The grandeur they displayed earlier was so impressive. But now the situation is disappointing. It's really hard to explain to the audience. The time has come to the third day. Matt cooked a pot of porridge with acorns. Josie took a sip eagerly. It's not that delicious, to be honest. At least it's much better than the agave on the first day. The two of them soon set off on their journey down the mountain. There were many wild boar footprints nearby. Josie said they should be close to the water source. They continued walking for another half an hour. The vegetation around them became denser and denser. They walked for about another 10 minutes. The two of them finally arrived at the river. Josie saw that there were quite a few fish in the river. They assembled fishing rods using fishing line and sticks. They caught some grasshoppers and ants as bait. Josie said to watch his performance next. After all that effort, they caught nothing. They complained that the fishing rods were not working well. Matt was a bit speechless in his heart. It's no use being in the middle of nowhere. It seems they have to try another method. Josie added a stone to the fishing line to make the bait sink to the bottom. Since the traditional method didn't work, they had to try something new. Matt went to look for other edible plants. These immature chili peppers were quite good. These chili peppers not only provide vitamins, they are just right for spicing up side dishes. Josie's hammering technique caught 3 fish in a row. Another stranded fish was found on the shore. In total, 4 fish were caught. Slice the fish and grill it over the fire. Crush acorns and use them as a side dish in the pot. These are all the ingredients on hand. It's time to test Matt's skills. Pour in the salt and vinegar carried on hand. After the acorns in front are fried, add processed fish roe for extra flavor. Finally, sprinkle with fresh chili peppers. Spread the sauce on the grilled fish after it's fully prepared. Chef Jia's special spicy fish is ready. The taste is absolutely amazing. This could easily sell for at least $888 in a restaurant. Josie praised Matt. The Michelin 3-star chef is truly deserving of his reputation. Matt modestly responded. We are still eating humble food. They praised each other while eating. By the time they were full, it was already late at night. Matt felt really comfortable living this simple life, having 3 meals a day cooked by a chef. The key is not spending a single cent. The time has come to the 4th day. Josie is getting better and better at fishing. From then on, the two of them lived a worry-free life. Matt started to cook fish in various ways. But with full bellies and quenched thirst, pressure follows. You can't just keep eating fish until the challenge is over. They need to get some other ingredients. Josie took out a hunting trap. This thing is very effective for catching rabbits. All that's left is to wait quietly. The time has come to the 5th day. The skies suddenly started pouring rain. After the rain stopped, Josie immediately went out to check the trap. The previous traps were all empty. Josie was feeling a bit nervous. Thought they would return empty-handed. The 4th trap suddenly showed some activity. He actually caught a pack of instant noodles. Josie's mouth was watering, because they were eager to go home and cook. He saw chili peppers by the roadside but couldn't be bothered to pick them. So they just cut down the whole chili tree and brought it back. They were drooling all over the place. This was their first time eating raccoon. Matt was guiding Josie on how to handle raccoon meat, specifically instructing where to cut chunks and where to slice. Poor handling could affect the meat's texture. Matt threw all the cut meat into the pot. Just add some more chili and it's done. Next, they had to wait for about 40 minutes. Can't contain the excitement. Matt took a cold bath. Josie came home to find Matt gone. Only smelled a burnt smell from the pot. Only to be completely shocked when lifted. The raccoon meat had long turned into charcoal. Angry Josie searched everywhere for Matt to settle the score. Matt came back and was immediately dumbfounded. He hadn't used firewood much to cook. Didn't know it was so powerful. Someone must watch it at all times. Matt felt ashamed to face Josie. After all the effort to hunt, all ruined by his carelessness. But Josie taught Matt another lesson. Eating burnt food won't go hungry. Supplementing protein is more important than anything. Although the goal of finding food was not achieved, at least they managed to fill their stomachs. Although Josie was a bit upset, wilderness survival is always full of surprises. To prevent Matt from feeling guilty and blaming himself, Josie prepared to go hunting again. He must make Matt cook a good meal. Josie found a turkey halfway up the mountain, easily taken down with one shot. Matt was very excited when he heard the news. He swore he wouldn't be careless this time. We must prepare a big meal to treat Josie well. Josie was quite touched. Matt wasn't afraid of the trouble this time. He planned to dig a hole in the ground first, then cover it with stones on top of the firewood. Slowly roast the turkey with the heat from the stones. Cover it with fresh leaves on top, to enhance the turkey's flavor to the fullest. Finally bury the whole pot in the ground. Simmer slowly over low heat all night. This was a time-consuming and laborious project. To make up for the guilt in his heart, Matt asked Josie to go to sleep first. Leave it all to him to handle. By around 8 o'clock the next morning, the turkey was almost ready to be served. Matt thought to himself that he couldn't mess up this time. The two of them nervously dug open the pit. Surprisingly, it was stewed perfectly this time. The chicken was fresh, tender, and full of aroma. The broth was just right, not too thick or thin. Matt breathed a sigh of relief. He almost ruined his reputation as a 3-star chef. Josie started showing off without saying a word. Under the bonus of this dish called beggar's chicken, all the unpleasantness the two brothers had is completely turned over. The two of them finally achieved their goal on the last day. They completed an authentic dish in the wilderness. This challenge for this episode comes to an end.